This is for you as a man. Some of the things I have learned through the years that I would like to share with you. And let me just clarify, when I say man, I mean a person with a masculine core. We can have either a feminine core or a masculine core. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that a man always has a masculine core. I know men who have feminine cores and are quite happy with that, and the opposite way around. A woman can have a masculine core. In my experience, for a relationship to have passion, there needs to be polarity, meaning we need to have one masculine core and one feminine core. It doesn't matter if it's the woman having the masculine core or the man having the feminine core. As long as there is that polarity, that difference, then it'll work in the long term with the passion, and it'll stay alive, vibrant in the relationship. Again, so this is for you with a masculine core. I will say man to simplify, but if you are a woman with a masculine core and have a partner, a man or a woman with a feminine core, this will apply to you as well. So what is it that I have learned? Well, my first advice to you would be stop using logic. Do not try to understand your woman by logic reasoning. And when I say woman, just for a final time to clarify, I mean your partner with a feminine core. Do not try to understand them by logic. This is a trap that I see men, including myself, fall into several times. There sometimes isn't logic, because in the masculine universe, there is logic and order. That's how the masculine universe is built up. But the feminine universe works in completely different ways. There is not that kind of logic applied. It's more a magical mystery, would be the word I would use for it. Another thing to be aware of, that what is true for your woman or partner with feminine core right now does not necessarily have to be what's true in 5 minutes or even 5 seconds. That is also something that men tend to misconceive. They think, oh, my woman says this, then that is what is the truth. This is what she means. But then she might change her mind 5 minutes later and say something that totally contradicts what she said 5 minutes ago. And you'll be going like, what? I thought you just said that this was the truth. Now you're saying this is what's right and true. And again, trying to apply logic, that's just the way, the swerving of things. Be aware that it can shift. It is that beautiful flowing that is part of the feminine essence, which to a man or a masculine core will seem very confusing if you really try to figure it out. There's no figuring out. There is being with it. There is being the rock, being the solid one. To stand in the emotional storms, in the emotional floods, that is part of the masculine work. The man needs to stand through his partner's or her partner's storms. When that emotional storm rages, and emotions will be coming out in no logical order necessary, it's just a way of things, then the man needs to stand there, be the solid rock, and continue to send love through that emotional storm. So that is also another thing I would share with you that I have learned. The big challenge I see for the man is to not become the woman's puppet. Because of course, as men, the best thing we know is to see our woman happy. Show me a miserable man and I will show you a man who is not able to make his woman happy. That is just the way it is. A man wants to see his woman happy. And it's easy to fall into the trap then to start to satisfy her every wish, her every whim. Meaning, she says she wants this, I do that, and keep going. And what happens is, in the long term, you run a great risk of losing her respect. Because she will think, if I can control my man, any other woman can control him too, and she will lose the respect because she thinks you will cheat on her or whatever. So that is one of the riddles, the things you need to figure out, is to become the detective that can go beyond her words. Don't just fulfill her wants, what she's saying. Figure out the need behind. Is this simple? In my experience, no. It takes work, it takes dedication, but If you do it, it'll be well worth your effort. Figuring out the needs, not always doing what she says she wants, but figuring out what she really needs. If you can do that, even if it sometimes totally goes against what she is saying, but you can figure out the need, you will gain her respect and she will feel fulfilled by you. It is your job to unlock your woman. It is her job to test you, to make you stronger, to make you become more of the man, to become a better man, so to say. So your job is the unlocking part. You need to start. That's just my experience. You need to start. And this might seem unfair. And if it doesn't seem unfair to you, I would say grow up. It's just get out of it. And I don't mean get out of the relationship, I mean get out of that pit of self-pity where you're digging yourself down into saying, this is not fair, why do I have to do all the job? Because that's part of the masculine essence, is the blood, the sweat, the tears, getting the job done, being there, present, keep sending love, no matter what, no matter the storm, no matter the flood, you're there. And allow the feminine essence to flow, to be the mystery. That's when you will get the magic will happen, and you'll be able to fulfill your woman, to make her happy in ways you could not even previously have dreamed of.